Hey y'all, and happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing okay. We're gonna try something new this week, just based off of the new grading policy that came out last week, which I'll be uploading a document related to that today. Based off that new policy, we'll be moving forward with just 2 assignments each week, but I will continue to do the check-ins on Zoom like we have been. So this week, I'm going to deliver your slides through a pre-recorded lecture, which you're watching right now. Beyond that, you have a lecture quiz that goes along with these slideshows. I'd go ahead and get that pulled up now on Canvas and complete it as you listen. And then the other thing that you have is a linked ecology game. So what I want you to do with that is play through it, toggle the different features on there, and then you'll have a discussion response related to that ecology game. So hopefully those will be two great resources to learn some ecology this week, which hopefully should be a review. Some of this stuff might be kind of familiar. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in and get started because I don't want this recording to be too long. So we are going to be talking about ecology this week, which is a little different than some of the different things that we've covered in earth science because it's a little more biology driven. And I know for some of you that's more interesting. So what ecology is the study of interactions between the organisms and the environment. So we are organisms, our environment's the world that we exist in, and that applies to plants and animals. So going into this, you should be familiar with some of this vocabulary. If these words look unfamiliar as you're scanning them with your eyes right now, definitely pause on this slide and spend some time with it. You'll be asked to match some of these vocabulary terms. So words like predator, prey, biology meaning life. This should be a refresher, but if not, here is some vocabulary for you to look at. We've also got some other ecology vocabulary, like producers, which are animals that make their own food. We also call these autotrophs. This would be plants, algae, and some bacteria. Consumers, which are us, we aren't able to make our own food, so we have to eat other organisms for energy, whether that be plants or other animals. This is called a heterotroph, and you've got 3 different types of consumers listed there: carnivore, herbivore, and omnivore. All of these you've probably heard before, hopefully. And then the last ecology term that I want to look at is decomposers, which are animals that break down dead organisms into soil. So this can be bacteria or fungi. So one key thing that we have to talk about when talking about ecology is abiotic and biotic factors. So factors can be divided into 2 groups in an ecosystem: abiotic and biotic. Abiotic are things that are non-living. That's why there's an A in front of the biotic. Biotic, we know that bio means life, so biotic is any living component of the ecosystem. And then sometimes we have confusing things that go in the middle because either they include both living and non-living elements, or they were once living and now they're no longer living. So if we look at the examples down at the bottom, these are some terms that could be placed into this Venn diagram. So something like sunlight. Think to yourself, would that be abiotic or biotic? Well, that's abiotic because sunlight isn't living. Flowers, that would be biotic because those are living. A squirrel, biotic because that's living. Temperature, abiotic. There's not a living component to temperature. So spend some time looking at this. You'll be matching some of these in your assignment that goes along with this quiz. So also when we're talking about ecosystems, we have this really helpful level of organization that helps us understand what goes where in an ecosystem. And this goes, with this picture, we can see all the way to an atomic level and then going all the way out to the level of the universe, the largest expanse that we can really conceptualize right now. But when talking about ecosystems, you see this green part of ecology. So what this is showing us is that the smallest unit within ecology is organisms. We are organisms. We are part of ecology. And so when you go past organisms, you are now part of a population. So my classroom is a population. Everybody in that classroom is the same organism. We're all humans. This population of humans is one population of the same species. And then when you broaden out past that, you come into communities.